Hi everyone, want to talk about the importance of community when you are attempting this natural health journey that if you're in this channel, I know you are, or at least you're investigating it, because you need one. You need a community of people who are doing what you do, who don't think you're crazy, and who understand the journey that you're on and empathize with it, sympathize with it, and most importantly, can help to encourage you in it and offer you resources in the direction that you're going. So I just want to give you like a really quick example of it's a very silly example, but you'll understand. When I first started essential oils, we're getting on our way back machine here. I remember, oh gosh, I don't even think I had my diffuser yet. I think I just had a kit of oils and I had a little cheat sheet long before the FDA banned them. So mad about that. My upline gave me the best piece of contraband anyone could have ever given me. And it was like, you get a kit of essential oils, right? You get 12 oils. And it had a picture of all the 12 oils and the name. And then underneath of that, it had a little description of what to use it for. So it would be like this oil. And it literally said Bengay. Well, I knew what Bengay was. And then it was a topical, joint pain, muscle aches, blah, blah. And it gave a list of things. This other oil, it said Robitussin. I know what Robitussin is. Used for coughs, all the things. It literally, it was like the biggest piece of contraband ever. This is before the FTC, Federal Trade Commission, and the FDA came screaming after natural health products saying, you're not allowed to make any health claims. You're not allowed to cure or diagnose. You're not allowed to say anything. We keep it above the wellness line, right? Instead of saying, oh, you can use it to help with these diseases or these discomforts or these symptoms, you had to say may support healthy respiratory pathways, which made it really hard to try to sell essential oils to people when you couldn't tell them how to use it. But anyways, I got this little cheat sheet. And so I knew that these oils could do these incredible things. So there was some event that I had to go to. I don't remember what the event, it doesn't even matter. I had some event that I needed to go to, and I was in my kitchen kind of, last minute, how moms are, like, you got to get the kids, you got to get the babysitter, and I don't know what I did, but I came up from grabbing something on the floor and a cabinet door was open. Oh, you know where I'm going with this. Wham! I hit my head so stinking hard. I'm surprised I don't still have a dent. I might, actually. And it like sent me for a loop. Now, I didn't have a concussion that I know of. Maybe I did, whatever. But I mean, it hurt. It hurt and it started to throb and it started to swell. And I don't know. I just instantly, first of all, I'm like, what could I even take? Like, I wasn't fully in essential oils, but I also was like, taking a pill is going to do nothing for this. So maybe I can apply something topically was my first thought. And I didn't have anything. So here's where community comes in. A friend of mine across the way was into essential oils. And so I called her because she had been doing it way longer than me. And I was like, I just knocked my noggin so hard. And I need to get over this because I have an event. I think my husband had some sort of squadron event in the military. Like, I had to be there. I was like the supporting role. I don't know. I didn't even go to a lot of those functions, but I needed to be at this one and I knew it. I never got babysitters either. So I was like, I cannot, but I just whacked my head so hard. Might have a Christmas party. Anyways. And she told me, she was like, peppermint oil, just put some peppermint on it. And I'm like, okay. And she said, and ice. Oh, I think it was like here that I did it. Cause here's why. I didn't look in the mirror before I left the house. What I did was I went and I got peppermint oil and I put it on there. And let me tell you, it instantly stopped the throbbing. It helps to like minimize the swelling. And then of course I went and got ice. Well, I didn't have ice. I got a bag of frozen peas, like you would do for your kids whenever they have an injury, go grab the bag of frozen peas and slap it on there. But here's the funny part about essential oils that I didn't know that I learned later. I'm icing. Oh, it feels so much better. I don't get the headache that I thought was starting, because peppermint's also amazing for headaches, though I'm sure I'm not allowed to say that. And so we did all these wonderful things. And I was like, I'm going to actually, because I really thought I wasn't going to be able to go. I really knocked my noggin. So anyways, I'm like, oh, I feel so much better. I kind of fluff my hair and walk out the door. And I get to the party and they're like, what's wrong with your face? I was like, what? what's wrong with my face? I don't know. I just hit my head. And they're like, no, like your face is green. I'm like, what? I don't know what you're talking about. Maybe I really hit my head. So I go into the bathroom, the bag of peas, the green on the bag of peas totally like got transferred onto my head because of the peppermint oil, like grabbed it and like rubbed it off of the bag and rubbed it onto my forehead. And I didn't know until I showed up at the event. So I followed my friend's instructions, but I was freaking out because I thought the green had done something. I thought that, you know, that the oil had done something. So I called my friend again and she's like, what did you do? And I walked her through it. She was like, no, that was the bag of peas. Because it's not like I had the Jolly Green Giant, you know, right there. I think I would have figured that out. It was just oddly green. And so I thought the peppermint oil had like dyed my skin green because the bottle is green, at least in Young Living it is. So it just shows you don't know what you don't know. And so having somebody in community that I could ask both of those questions to, one, what do I do? And so it was peppermint and ice. And two, I used the wrong kind of ice because I didn't know any better. And so you don't want to put plastic onto oils, right? Because oils eat plastic. And so that's what happened. It was eating the kind of the dye and the plastics off of the bag and transferring them onto my head. I had no idea. So that was kind of funny and a little bit embarrassing. But she had the answers for me because she had walked ahead of me in this oils journey enough to know where I had kind of, I won't say gone wrong, but, you know, made an oops. And then I figured it out. And so now I have that story to pass along to somebody else. And so it's lovely. And it's the same whether you're in herbal medicine or you're into different alternative therapies or going to different practitioners for different things, right? We're all going to have a different experience. We're all going to have different takeaways. We're going to have different lessons learned that we can share with one another. So go out, find yourself some people who are on this journey with you. If you don't have one in your local area, start a group. Doesn't matter if it's 2 of you or 3 of you. Just start meeting monthly or start meeting weekly. And you will be surprised because they will come out of the woodworks and be like, I want to join, I want to learn, I want to grow. And there's some weeks when the group is really, really small, and there's some weeks when it's really, really big. And we just share what we know. People give their testimonies. We share resources. It's really valuable to have a list of people that you can call. And everyone's going to have their different area of expertise. One might be really into essential oils. One might be herbal. One might be into, you know, bioenergetics. There's a lot of cool modalities out there. You might know somebody who can, you know, do the kinesiology muscle testing, which is super valuable for determining, you know, what you want. Somebody else might be like a guru on supplements. Find those people, invite them to your house and get together and just throw a topic of conversation out there, you know, have some food, talk about whatever it is that the topic of the day, and get to know each other, exchange phone numbers. You can get on a text thread or some sort of Facebook community or Telegram or something like that where you can ask questions and post resources. I'm telling you right now, when you're walking this natural health journey, that is so, so, so important. So you don't you don't walk into parties with green all over your face and not know why, among other reasons. So anyways, I just thought I'd share that story. I would challenge you, start a natural health group in your community. You don't have to be flamboyant. You don't even have to advertise it. Just get a couple of friends together. To risk quoting a movie. What is this movie I'm about to quote? If you build it, they will come. Field of Dreams. If you build it, they will come. I promise you. Yes, they will.